Taehyung arrived home and posted some really cute photos with a message that read January ori February hajime, meaning January is over and February has begun. He's a very special person with a kind heart who always shows love for others in a natural way. His posts arrive when we least expect them, and they make us feel calm and happy. This is one of the many reasons why we love him so much and appreciate everything he shares with us. His unique personality and charisma always make him stand out, even in the simplest moments. After those photos, Taehyung shared another edited image of himself, as if he wanted to remind us that he's present and aware of what's going on. He also posted a very sweet video after the BTS New Year's Live that was recorded at Namjoon's house. We all know that Jungkook was the one who filmed that video, always there to capture these special moments. In every post Taehyung makes, you can see who the important person in his life is, the one who makes him feel good and gives him strength. Taehyung's photo with red hair also shows the passion he feels and can't hide. He also recommended a beautiful song called Where Your Warmth Begins, which speaks of finding comfort and healing through the love of someone special. The lyrics describe how someone's love can heal a broken heart and bring peace during difficult times. It's clear that Taehyung chose this song because he identifies with its message, with that feeling of finding refuge in someone who truly loves you. This song recommendation allows us to better understand his feelings and what he values in a relationship. We want to thank Taehyung for sharing a bit of his life with us, for letting us see his special moments, and for the messages he sends through his posts. Every photo, every video, and every song recommendation allows us to get to know him better and appreciate who he is. His way of communicating is special because he doesn't need many words to express what he feels. Instead, he shows it with small but meaningful details. These gestures demonstrate how sensitive and considerate he is to those around him and to his fans. We love Taehyung and Jungkook very much, and we miss seeing them together more often. Their special relationship teaches us about true affection and the importance of having someone who understands you without needing explanations. Seeing how they support each other inspires us to value sincere friendships and relationships in our own lives. In a world where everything changes so quickly, their connection remains strong and real, something we can all admire. That's why every time they share a moment together, we celebrate it and cherish it as a precious memory. I have to be honest with you, the way this situation is unfolding is exactly why fan-related spaces are becoming so tiresome and difficult to enjoy. I find it very strange that this account, which claims to be a BTS fan, has made this problem seem bigger than it actually is, just when Taehyung is receiving very serious death threats from some fans who don't know how to behave properly. In my opinion, this whole situation seems very planned and carefully orchestrated, since many accounts have been called out multiple times for their bias against Taehyung and Jungkook, yet they continue to claim neutrality and non-partisanship. Now, when Taehyung is receiving death threats that endanger his life, instead of addressing the seriousness of this issue, they've chosen to highlight something completely different that isn't as important. The TikTok account they were referring to can't even be found now. Their last activity on Instagram was on December 19th, and suddenly, after people started asking them questions, their account was made private so no one could see their posts. That timing doesn't seem like a coincidence, but rather an attempt to divert attention from the real problem affecting Taehyung. To me, this shows a very clear pattern of behavior. They react strongly when it comes to defending their version of events, but they downplay or distract from Taehyung's actual safety. This situation becomes even more frustrating when we see that a casual visit to Jimin's father's cafe is considered more urgent and newsworthy than the real threats Taehyung is receiving from followers who don't respect boundaries. This contrast demonstrates a huge inconsistency and a hypocritical attitude that is very difficult for me to understand. The most worrying aspect is that these kinds of attitudes not only affect our perception of the artists, but can also have real consequences for their safety and emotional well-being. When it becomes normalized to highlight certain issues while ignoring important ones, a dangerous environment is created where the integrity of Taehyung, Jungkook, or any other member can be compromised. The special relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook, with their spontaneous moments and evident mutual support, should be valued for what it truly is, a genuine bond that is connected with millions of people worldwide precisely because of its authenticity. It's important to understand that within the BTS fandom, the way certain situations are handled by some accounts that claim to be informative has revealed a troubling pattern that needs careful analysis. It's particularly striking that when Taehyung faces very serious threats from fans who don't respect boundaries, some of these accounts that claim to defend the 7 members have chosen to make other, less important controversies seem bigger instead of focusing on the main issue. This situation becomes more serious when we consider that many of these same platforms have been repeatedly singled out for having clear attitudes against Taehyung and Jungkook. For a long time, many people have noticed something special between Taehyung and Jungkook. The way they look at each other is different, as if they understand each other without speaking. They seek each other out with their eyes even when there are many people around, and their gestures demonstrate a special closeness. This connection is seen in the spontaneous caresses and smiles they share without warning. Most importantly, they act the same regardless of whether they are being filmed or not. This naturalness in their actions shows that their feelings are genuine and not just for the cameras. Jungkook doesn't behave this way with the other members, and this exclusivity is something many have pointed out. The relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook has attracted the attention of many people within the fan community. Some admire their special connection, while others criticize or reject it. Interestingly, these discussions arise at specific times, especially when Taehyung is going through difficult situations. Instead of supporting him when he needs help, some groups prefer to talk about other, less important issues. This situation reveals a deeper meaning behind these reactions, where the connection between the two artists seems to unsettle those unwilling to acknowledge their special bond. What's strange is how some people judge the same actions differently depending on who performs them. A gesture or a glance receives distinct interpretations depending on whether it's Taehyung and Jungkook or other members who do it. When it's them, their interactions are questioned and criticized as if there were something wrong with them. But if others do the same, it's seen as normal and even admirable. This makes us wonder if we're truly witnessing the same situation or if our personal preferences are preventing us from being objective. It's not about comparing the members, but about recognizing that they all show affection in similar ways, yet receive different reactions. The relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook has evolved over time, shifting from an older brother/younger brother connection to one of equals. They look out for each other and worry about one another when one of them is going through a difficult time. They share joys and celebrate their personal and group achievements together. The moments they've shared with their fans reveal a special intimacy that goes beyond simple friendship. Their bond is genuine and profound, regardless of how each person chooses to define or understand it. The special connection between Taehyung and Jungkook shows us that human bonds can take many forms and don't always fit into the categories society teaches us. What matters is the sincerity of their feelings, the respect they have for each other, and the happiness they find together. Discussions about their relationship say more about those who judge them than about themselves. Perhaps if we viewed their interactions with more openness and less prejudice, we could appreciate what truly matters: two people who support each other and find in one another a source of joy in a world that often demands too much of them. What makes Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship unique is the natural way they communicate without words. Their glances speak volumes, and their gestures demonstrate a mutual understanding that needs no explanation. This connection remains just as strong in private as in public, showing that it's genuine and not staged for others. Jungkook behaves differently only with Taehyung, and this exclusivity is evident to those who observe closely. Their relationship teaches us that true bonds transcend labels and the expectations of others.